Pokemon Obsidian Flames is still pretty hype right now, and we're getting more excited for Pokemon 151. However, today I'm bringing you Star Wars Rivals again. Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And I was so lucky. Okay, so I got sent the convention-exclusive Star Wars Rivals characters that we will be opening after these other 6 I have. Funko Games sent me this, and they just really appreciated all the work that I've done. I've run the Facebook groups not only for the Star Wars Rivals game, but also the Marvel Battle Worlds game, the Disney Kingdomania game, and the Funkoverse game, all of which are expandable games from Funko Games, and as a thank you, they sent me this convention exclusive for free. I really appreciate them doing that. I just really appreciate it. It's so awesome. And yeah, so excited to open those. But first, we did find 6. Count them, 6 characters. We actually found a few more, but my wife already opened those. And it wasn't a full case that we found, so I'm not opening a whole nother case. It's just the 6 figures that we kind of have left over. But we don't know what they are, so we got to open them. So first, I'm going to open light side. And I don't exactly remember every figure that we got in the first opening, so if I got a duplicate, feel free to remind me down in the comments. But I like to do this on camera. Okay, it does not look like a holo figure. I'm not seeing any blue. Let's go ahead and pull it out and see what we got. Chewbacca. Pretty sure this is a duplicate for us, so it'll be up for trade, probably. But yeah, that's not bad. So chewy. I'll go ahead and remove it from the plastic. But you're destroying its trade value. It's okay. Here is Chewbacca. Last time I did a Star Wars Rivals opening, it was on an old camera of mine that really just did not do these figures justice. How close can I get? That's pretty darn close. It's not focusing, though. Focus on the Chewy. Yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah. Love it. Fur's very difficult, I think, to put into plastic, you know? So, I'm impressed with what they have done. Let's check out the Chewy information. The Chewy cards here. First up, we've got Chewbacca. We're going to go ahead and look at it. 2 influence. That's what Chewy gets you. That's not a lot of influence. I was expecting at least 4, but it's 2. Then we have the Endor Bunker. Characters moved by an action card have +2 influence here. Moving characters is huge in this game. Maz Kanata's Palace. Then the Chewy cards. If you remember what they do, then, oh well, we're going to read through it again. It's not wise to upset a Wookiee. Place -2 on an enemy at Chewbacca's location. If any -1 markers are on Chewbacca, place 4 instead. Those -1 markers are easy to pile up, so having 1 on Chewbacca is highly likely, so it's a -4 somewhere, which is basically going to force them to go into the Bacca tank next round, and that means they have to skip around. It's a really good move. Let the Wookiee win, you better. Your character must roll all... your opponent must roll all characters... Must move, all characters from Chewbacca's location to other locations, if able. Oh, I need to be way closer to the camera. I can't do a Chewy yell. You may move Chewbacca to another location. If you do, place a -2 on an enemy there. You can also score this from hand if you take an action that places at least 3 -1 counters on enemies. Now, the issue with scoring from hand is that you remove this card from your deck, so that means you're not going to get that again, but putting -3 on an enemy is pretty easy with that other Chewy card. And then the Rebel Troopers, which we've gone over, and the Punch-Outs to play the game with. Alright. Chewbacca is cool. Kind of low influence for such a important character, in my opinion, but you know. Alright, another light side character. We'll just do all light, then all dark. I think that makes the most sense. Alright. Come on, box. There we go. Alright. Ooh, is that a hologram character? Looks like it. Let's pull it out, see who it is. It is a Ahsoka hologram. Don't we already have this one? Yeah? Alright, so we already have this one, but it's Ahsoka, which is super cool. So we'll probably need a duplicate, because we're going to do something with it, you know? Turn it into a Warhammer figure or something. use Ahsoka as a commander in a Warhammer army? That would be so cool. I'm crossing the streams here. We're talking Warhammer while opening Star Wars Rivals product while on a Pokemon YouTube channel. I am so all over the place. I love it. There we go. There's that hole that makes it super easy to open. Just yoink and rip. And I have scissors right next to me. I'm literally only using scissors as a knife to cut open the boxes and not using scissors to open the bags. I probably should do that. But first card is Ahsoka hologram, which has 4 influence. And I remember someone posting in my comments, it might have been a developer, that the hologram characters, while they increase your maximum hand size, they do have 1 less influence. And that's huge. Ahsoka having 5, basic Ahsoka, versus Ahsoka with 4, but you increase your hand size by 1. Most 3-character teams will probably be a mix of 2 regular characters and 1 hologram. So, yeah. The location that comes with her is the Jedi Council Chamber, which I have mixed feelings about. Light side Force users have +1 influence here. Mixed feelings just because of the way the Jedi Council treated Ahsoka. Watch Star Wars Clone Wars. It's worth it. Coruscant Entertainment District, also. Nothing special there. But then we have the Ahsoka cards. You don't have to carry a sword to be powerful. Ahsoka has +1 influence this round. Check Ahsoka's influence now. Ahsoka's allies' influence this round is equal to that value. So I like this card. It's a little finicky, though. It doesn't increase your allies' influence. It replaces their influence, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. Check Ahsoka's influence now. Ahsoka's allies' influence this round is equal to that value. So it puts everyone up to Ahsoka's value. And if they have less influence, that's good. But if they have more, it's not as good. So, yeah, you gotta be careful playing that card for sure. I won't leave you. Not this time. Remove up to 2 -1 from an ally at Ahsoka's location. You may play another action card. So, I mentioned the back of the tank earlier. That's a way to remove all influence, but if you play this card and remove influence, that could save someone from having to go to the back of the tank and give you a big bonus the next round. Plus, you get to play another action card, and as I've already explained in the other video, you each put an action card face down, and then player 1 flips theirs up, player 2 flips theirs up, or whoever has the high ground flips theirs up first, and being able to place this face down, see what your opponent flips up, then you flip this up, and you get to play an action card to respond to their thing, is fantastic. And then, of course, score from hand, which you may not want to do, but score from hand if Ahsoka is the highest influence character, even if tied. And then it would be wise to let me go. Ahsoka has +2 influence this round. You may play another action card. So playing additional action cards, super strong. And that is what's going to make Ahsoka a lot of fun to play around with. Sadly, though, we have 2 holograms. We need the regular Ahsoka. So it'll either be up for trade, or we will do something fun with it ourselves. Like that Warhammer idea. I really like that idea. That would be so cool. Alright. What do we have? Is it hologram? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not blue and shiny. It is Rey. We have Rey, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can't remember, but, you know, this time we do. At the very least. Have Rey. So far, I do think these are all duplicates for us. Let me show it off to the camera. I think I forgot to do that with Ahsoka. But yeah, Rey is ready for battle. And I don't think I did that with Ahsoka. So let's. So with the hologram characters, they do lose a little bit of their character in the see-through blue and the all-blue colorization, but they still do look really cool. I really like them. So back to Rey. Here we go. Let's just snip, snippity, snip, snip, snip. Rey. Here we go. What is it all about? Huh? Rey has 4 influence and is a Force user. Okay. Snoke's Throne Room. While scoring, have the influence of the highest character here rounded up. So this is just going to make it very complicated in order to score this area, because whoever has the highest, their influence gets halved, and so they may not score it. So it's going to be an interesting one to try to take. That's probably why it's such high point value there of 6. And then we also have Maz Cantana. I don't know. What is her last name? Her palace. Her place. Rey. I think I can handle myself. Add up to 2 cards from your discard pile to your hand. For each Rey card added this way, Rey has +2 influence. So you get to pick the 2 cards, it seems. And you're, of course, going to pick the other 2 Rey cards, if possible, to give yourself, or to give Rey, what is it, +4? So, yeah. Hopefully the other cards are good enough for this. The galaxy may need a legend. Search your action deck and add any card to your hand. Remove all -1 from that card's character. So healing your characters, huge deal. This is going to be fantastic. And you get to search your deck and add a card to your hand, which is pretty awesome as well. So yeah, score from hand if you score the highest point value location while Rey is there. Kind of complicated to score that, but the card is still worth it. And you underestimate me. It'll be your downfall. If there are no allies at Rey's location, Rey has +7 influence this round, which is going to counteract most cards. So yeah, that's pretty good. Rey seems pretty powerful to me. I have so many of these dice. I don't need any more, but they will keep coming. I didn't close any of these other boxes, but they're off screen, so they're not bugging anyone but me. So of course I'm going to take care of it. I'm weird like that. Alright, now on to the dark side. First box. I've been seeing on the Facebook page that there's been some cases out there where people have been able to map the characters to particular locations in the case. And maybe that's what was done here, is that it was mapped. Not a hologram, but I think I see who it is. Snoke. And maybe that's what was done, is someone used that, like, algorithm or whatever people are talking about, and was able to pick the characters they needed rather than blind box. Which, I mean, I can't blame anyone for doing it. Blind box is slightly annoying, but it is still fun opening this stuff. I love opening this kind of stuff. It's just a blast. But let's go ahead and check out that figure. Lots of gold here, right? He loves gold! From the Austin Powers thing. I love gold. No one? Just me? Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I get it. But yeah, lots of gold there. We're gonna cut these open now, because I think it's faster. So here we go. Snoke's card. Looking real cool there. Of course, 5 influence, force user. Pretty high influence, so not bad. And of course we get the Snoke's throne room with him, because it's his throne room. So we've already gone over this card. Ah, come on. Feels like they're stuck together. Seriously, are they stuck together? Oh my gosh. Finally. Star Destroyer Wreckage. Kind of interesting that that's contributed to Snoke here. But yeah. There has been an awakening. Place up to -2 on Snoke. For each -1 you place this way, move an ally to any location. So moving allies, super powerful, because it's after that you see everyone placed in certain places, then you get to move them around. Just fantastic. I cannot be betrayed. I cannot be beaten. Snoke has +2 influence this round for each enemy at a different location than Snoke. So Snoke kind of prefers everything to be spread out, it seems, but also it seems like with the first card, it can also, like, moving your characters is great, so you can place them separately and either play this one, or you can place them separately and then move if you need to cover them. But yeah, man, this new camera just looks so good. I just want to keep doing openings with it. For you, all is lost. Place up to -3 on Snoke. Place the same number of -1s on enemies in any combination. So up to -3 on your opponent's characters, however you want. You could kind of use Snoke as a sacrificial lamb, that kind of way, to put all 3 on Snoke. Then you can put 3 on your opponent to kind of mess with them. And yeah, pretty powerful stuff. And then there's the Imperial Trooper and the Punch-Outs. And hopefully our storage unit, our storage stuff will get here soon. And that will be nice. Then we won't have just like boxes. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there's the box. From the last opening. Because it's just sitting there, waiting, planning, scheming. Let's go ahead and open up our second Dark Side box. We are so close to the convention exclusives. I'm so excited for those. Let's see, what do we get? Hologram or regular? Looks regular to me. Oh, and it is the Battle Droid. I remember pulling this guy because I thought it was such a weird figure, a weird character to choose. But I kind of love it too. Because these droids are just so dumb, but awesome. Watch Clone Wars. It's such a good show. Die. And check out the figure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Check that out. Booyakasha. Looks so good. Such high quality too. The paint job is amazing. I'm painting some figures currently and really struggling with it, but this thing looks amazing. And these are like the, mass-produced figures. Like, WizKids figures do not look this good. I don't know if you've used WizKids figures for, like, HeroClix or stuff, but that paint job is so bad most of the time. I get it, they are mass producing them like crazy, but like, come on. Sometimes the face is like on the side, like. Alright, so this is TX20. One of those battle droid planner dudes. And he's got the droid tag there. So any droid stuff will help him out. We got Naboo Great Grass Plains, where the Battle of Naboo happened in episode 1. When a character is deployed here, place a -1 on them. So this is going to put more -1s on people. That's going to make them have to go to the back to tank sooner, or you're going to have to play around it and try to remove them and whatnot. And then we have the Camino cloning facility, which is a weird card to include with a droid because the clones were countering the droids, but also working for the droid's master. It's a complicated thing. Watch Star Wars. All of it. Now. Okay. Glad you watched. You could pause. You came back. Fun, right? Yeah, it's fun. So stupid. It is time to execute my plan. TX20 has +1 influence this round for each card in your discard pile. So, discard pile, when you run out of a deck, you shuffle your discard pile into your deck. So this one is going to need timing, the right timing. And then you can score from hand if this is the only card in your hand. Most likely that'll be like after you play your action and then you get to play another action. So this guy, you might not want to partner with a holo. Come on, arm. It is shaking like crazy. I do apologize. This guy you probably won't want to partner with a hologram character because you won't want that bigger hand size. If you're trying to score this, it's only 3 points. Prepare for their ground assault. Discard an action card. The character on that card has +4 influence this round. So I like the way that using a TX20 card can actually help someone else, planning, strategic, that kind of stuff. Their chances of success against us are 742 to 1. Discard an action card. You may move any enemies to TX20's location. So again, moving characters around is powerful and all that. Yeah, TX20's a lot of fun. Alright, this last one, do we think it's going to be another duplicate? Because I sure do. I think they've all been duplicates this entire time so far, so. Which isn't bad, Maybe you'll need a duplicate character or something, I mean, right here, we're open 3 and 3, so you've got a full game right there. Alright, last blind box. We get... Looks like a stormtrooper. It is a stormtrooper. Stormtrooper Commander. Yeah, pretty sure we got this guy too. The orange thing on the side means that he's a stronger character than a standard stormtrooper. At least in Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. The video games. Good games. Great games. Be different. Here is the Stormtrooper up close and personal. They even got the blue on his helmet and whatnot. Such good printing of this. Like, if Star Wars came out with a full-blown war game like Warhammer, pre-painted minis like this, I would love it. Like, yeah, cartoony shapes and whatnot, but I would still really enjoy it. X-Wing was a lot of fun, but, had its own issues. The price of ships were so expensive. That's where, maybe it's the cartooniness that really helps these be so cheap. Inexpensive, I should say. Inexpensive, not cheap. Here we go. Stormtrooper Commander. 2 influence. That is not very high. Jawa's Sandcrawler, because only Imperial troopers are this accurate. If you score this location, you may add 1 card from your discard pile to your hand. Alright. That's not bad. And then Cloud City Dining Room, where a family got to have dinner for the first time together. Yeah, only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise. Goes with the Jawas Sandcrawler, right? Influence, or Stormtrooper Commander's influence is now equal to the point value of their location. That's pretty cool. I like that. And score from hand if an enemy moves from Stormtrooper Commander's location. So again, if someone is moved from that location, you can just score 5 points. These 5 points, that's pretty big, in my opinion, for this game. So that could really make a difference. Up top, move out. You may move Stormtrooper Commander's allies to any locations that will score this round. That's useful because you place your characters at locations first, and then you roll a die to see what's available to score. So you might have your characters put somewhere that's not going to score. You might as well move them. I keep forgetting to play to the camera. Play to the camera, Landon. We got one more card here. Here we go. Load your weapons. Your opponent may move one of their characters from Stormtrooper Commander's location. If you do not, or if they do not, place up to -3 counter on a character there. So your opponent may move one of their characters from... If they do not, we get to place -3 on a character. At Stormtrooper Commander's place, or... I think it might be at Stormtrooper Commander's place. Alright. So that's all the old figures. Boring, right? You guys were here because of the clickbait thumbnail that talked about the convention exclusive figures, not opening up regular figures, right? So you probably just fast forward to this point. So if you did, hi, welcome. If you didn't, thank you for sticking around watching the whole thing. I appreciate you. So let's go ahead. Did that do it? No, that did nothing. There we go. We made an incision at the very least. Now we can rip open the plastic easily. There we go. We will go light side first, because that's what we did earlier. Here we go. There's the Wicket W. Warwick card and the figure. Wabam. Oh, beautiful figure. Here is the Ewok. He's got a staff. Staff's a little bent. That happens. Same with all the lightsabers. That happens. But seriously, I think the detail in the paint job is just immaculate with these things. Totally amazing. And if you were able to get this, lucky you. I think these are just amazing looking. So let's go ahead and check out the cards, right? Because the cards are going to determine whether these see play or not. And we do have it confirmed from Funko that really these convention exclusives are just like exclusive poses. They will release these figures again later in different poses. So don't feel like you are missing out on these characters, as there will be other ways to get them. That's generally how Funko works, is that they have these as convention exclusives, and then later on they have another release that kind of lets the game still function while, you know, some people might chase these convention exclusives, but they're not necessary, right? So here's the card. Only 2 influence, so very low, but let's check out. Indoor bunker. Characters moved here. I've already gone over this one, but characters moved here by an action card have +2 influence here. Cool. Lars Homestead. Don't know what that has to do with an Ewok, but here's the card. I don't know if we... Is this one exclusive, or... I don't know. Probably not. Probably just one that we didn't get or something before. Here are the action cards Yub Nub. Your character has +2 influence this round. A droid at Wicket's location has +4 influence instead. Huh. That's cool. I see some synergy there with droids. I like it. I think it can lead to some fun team builds. You're a jittery little thing. Wicket has +2 influence this round. For each of your characters with -1 on them, you may play it. Wait, so for each of your characters with -1, Wicket gets +2. That's pretty amazing. And then you get to play another action card. That is so strong. That can be a +6, and you get to play another action card. That's just so strong. Short help is better than no help at all. Double Wicket's influence this round. If an ally's influence is 3 or lower, double it this round. Oh, you double the ally's influence this round, I believe. That's cool. Helping out your allies, fantastic. And then score from hand if your opponent scores a location where 2 or more of your characters are. So if they score it, we can score this card, which gives us 6. That's huge. And then, of course, the Rebel cards, which look the exact same as the other ones. Punch outs. Beautiful. All right. Convention. Limited time. Beautiful. Dark Side. Let's check out this Stormtrooper. This one was double stickered for some reason. Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. And it's just Scout Trooper. That's just what it's called. Nice. We got that. Toss that. Here it is. The Scout Trooper. Kind of exactly how you expect it to look from the box. Looks really good. The details on it, I think, work. And I love this visor thing that they got going on. Yeah, I think it works, definitely. Little pistol there. Not a big one, just a small one. It's all good. Beautiful. Let's go over those cards. All right. Scout Trooper. These cards love to get stuck together, or I'm just terrible at this. 2 influence, same as the Ewok, so it makes sense. Carbon Freezing Chamber. If you score this location, leave your highest influence characters at this location marker next round. That is interesting. Having to leave your characters there where you don't know what the location is going to be, because if you score this location, that could really hurt your characters. It could really hurt your setup for next round. But for 6 points, you might be willing for that. So, and then we have a Star Destroyer Wreckage. There might be more of them. Reveal the top card of your action deck and play it. If the card has a mission, add it to your score pile instead. Okay, that's interesting. So you get to play a random card from your deck, the top card of your deck, and if it's a mission, you can just score it. So that could just be like an instant 6 points. You know, just an action card for 6 points, which could be more than the locations you're battling for are worth. So it's kind of random, but I love it. Keep on that one. I'll take these 2. Place up to 2 -1 markers on enemies at Scout Trooper's location in any combination. If exactly 2 enemies are there, you may place an additional -1, then play another action card. Whoo! Okay, so if there's exactly 2 enemies there, you get -3 and an additional action card. That's fantastic. But if there's 3 enemies there, or 1 enemy there, or 0 enemies, it's just a -2. Well, if there's 0 enemies, then I guess you don't even get the -2. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, I do think there has to be exactly 2 enemies there for you to play an additional action card. I don't think you get 2 just regardless. Easy card name. Yes, sir. Scout Trooper has +2 influence this round. If any allies are at their location, Scout Trooper has +4 influence instead. So that's what I was talking about. So if, like moving characters and whatnot. So Scout Trooper alone, he'll only get +2, but if he's alone, how difficult is it to take that place? However, if he's not alone, +4 instead can be a major swing. Score from hand if you played more than 1 action card this round. So any card that lets you play multiple action cards can team up with this and get you 4 points, which could be the winning amount. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much to Funko Games for sending me these convention-exclusive figures, cards, boxes, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. I love Funko Games. I think they make some really awesome games overall. This box is wanting to bend, and I don't want it to, but it won't. It's bending in a weird place for some reason. Dang. But I really appreciate everything that Funko Games makes. I think they make some really solid games. And, I mean, I set up these Facebook groups mostly just for myself, but other people have joined. The Star Wars one is past 200 members. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but to me it is, and I'm pretty excited about this. So thank you, Funko Games, for sending me this. I don't know when this will come out in my release schedule, and yeah, I don't know what you're dealing with this week with my channel. But thank you so much for watching this opening of Star Wars Rivals. Of course, if you want some more Star Wars Rivals content, comment down below, let me know, and if there's enough people, we will get some more of this content. And go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on whatever I'm doing with Pokemon this week, but also if you want more Star Wars Rivals content. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.